Hi, Adam here with week 35 of Making Dollars and Cents at the box office. A horror movie took the #1 spot at the box office this weekend. Don't Breathe, with $26.4 million, finally kicked Suicide Squad out of its top spot, and this is the first time a horror film has been the #1 spot since Conjuring 2 back in June. Now, with a budget of only $9.9 million, the $26.4 million earning is a massive success, and I think the reason for that is because Fede Alvarez just knows what to do to make a successful horror film, and that's just scare the audience. Too many horror film directors are just throwing in some violence and some nudity and jump scares or whatever and just hoping that it works. But Don't Breathe brings some originality. It corners the audience into a claustrophobic house and forces them to stare their fears in the face. And that is terrifying. Don't Breathe has been a huge success both with audiences and critics. And some people have even said that it's Fede Alvarez's response to some of the more negative reactions to Evil Dead back in 2013, saying that the only reason it was successful is because it had a legacy behind it and it was super gory and that's what everyone wanted to see. So he made it a completely original story with no legacy behind it at all, almost no gore, all practical effects on a next to nothing budget, and it was a massive success, proving that Fede Alvarez is leading the charge in this new renaissance of horror films that we're entering into. Our other newcomer this week was Mechanic Resurrection, which took the #5 spot underneath both Kubo and Sausage Party, but they were all pretty much neck and neck in the $7 million range. And because I'm obligated to mention it, Suicide Squad took the #2 spot with like $12 million. We need a new PG-13 movie so that these kids can go see something else, because it's just getting exhausting talking about it all the time. But that brings us to next weekend. We have The Light Between Oceans, starring Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander. It's about a couple who lives in a lighthouse but loses their first child to a tragedy. And then another baby just shows up on shore in a boat, and they raise it as their own, only to find out that the baby's mother is possibly still alive and still looking for her child. It looks like an absolute heart-wrencher, but from the director of Blue Valentine and Place Beyond the Pines, I would expect no less. Well, that's all for this week. Go get scared by Don't Breathe, go cry during Light Between Oceans, but go see something, and we'll see you next time on Making Dollars and Cents at the box office.